Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope all of you are in a good health. So, in these good occasions, I would like to talk about opening the speech. Finding the perfect opening line for your speech is very important in grabbing your audience attention. A strong opening line sets the stage for the points you want to make and helps you establish a connection with your listener. That's why you need to determine the right opening line. This is the outline that I would talk in these sessions. So there are several ways you can choose to opening your speech. First, you can use a personal story or making a shocking statement. And you also can use humor or incorporating a quote and starting with the questions in your speech. Using a personal story in the beginning of your speech. Sharing a personal story could be a highly effective way to engage your audience from the very beginning of your speech. When you open your talk with powerful, relatable story, it helps create an emotional connection with your listeners, making them more invested in what you have to say. Think about an experience from your life that is relevant to the topic of your speech. Your story doesn't have to be grand or dramatic, but it should be clear and vivid. Remember, use a relatable story and choose a situation that your audience can empathize with or easily understand. So, make sure to connect your story to the main point or theme of your speech. After sharing your experience, explain how it relates to the topic at hand and let your audience see the relevance to their own lives. This will make your speech more impactful and show your listener why your personal story holds meaning. Next, making a shocking statement in your speech. Starting your speech with a shocking statement could be instantly grab your audience's attention. This technique works especially well when your speech topic relates to hot button issue or a controversial subject. Just to make sure that the statement is relevant and true, as false claims may damage your credibility. So, next time you're crafting a speech, consider opening with a powerful, shocking statement. It could be just the thing to get your audience sitting up and paying full attention. And try to keep your shocking statement relevant to your speech topic and factual to enhance your credibility. Next is using humor in the beginning of your speech. Humor can be an excellent way to break the ice and grab your audience attention. Opening your speech with a funny story or a joke can make a memorable first impression. Just be sure to keep it relevant to your topic and audience. A good joke can also set a light-hearted tone, lead into the importance of effective time management, and get your audience engaged from the start. When using humor in your speech, there are several things you need to keep in mind. First, it needs to be relatable. Choose a story or joke that your audience can easily relate to. It will be more engaging and connect your listener to your message. Next, keep it appropriate. Make sure the humor fits the occasion and audience. Stay away from controversial topics and avoid offending any particular groups. Next, practice your delivery. Timing and delivery are essentials when telling a joke. Practice saying it out loud and adjust your pacing and tone of voice to ensure your audience gets the joke. Then, go with the flow. If your joke flops or doesn't get the reactions, don't panic or apologize. Simply move on to the next part of your speech smoothly and don't let it shake your confidence. And the last one is don't overdo it. While humor can be useful in capturing your audience attentions, but remember that you are not a stand-up comedian. So use it sparingly and focus on getting your message across clearly and effectively. Next, incorporating a quote in the beginning of your speech. When you're incorporating a quote, you need to you need to consider several things. First, start your speech with a powerful quote. Ensure that the quote is relevant to your topic. Next, choose a quote from a credible source, such as a famous historical figure, a well-known author, or a respected expert in your field. This will not only grab your audience attention, but also establish your speech credibility. Then, integrate it smoothly into your speech introduction. You can briefly introduce the source of the quote, providing context for why their words are significant. And practice your delivery to ensure it has the intended impact. Focus on your tone, pace, and pronunciation. By doing so, you can convey the quote's meaning effectively and connect with your audience emotionally. And the last, connect the quote to your main points by briefly explaining how it relates to the subject matter of your speech. By creating a natural transition from the quote to your topic, you can maintain your audience interest and set the stage for a compelling speech. And the last, you can starting your speech with a question. Opening your speech with a question can be a great way to engage your audience from the start. This strategy encourages your listeners to think and become active participants. The opening question should be related to your core message, sparking audience curiosity and setting the stage for the following content. And when choosing the right starting questions, you need to consider your audience. You may ask something that is relevant to their experiences and interest. The question should be interesting enough to draw their attention and resonate with their emotions. And to boost your question's impact, consider using rhetorical questions. These don't require a verbal response, but get your audience thinking about experiences or opinions. So the conclusions is there are several ways that you can choose to open your speech in a proper way. First of all, you can use a personal story, and then next you can making a shocking statement, then using humor or incorporating a quote or starting with questions. By determining a powerful opening line will grab your audience's attention and set the stage for the rest of your speech. So I think that's all the material that I can give today. Hopefully this will be useful for all of us. So thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.